This is the KRQE News 13 Sports Desk with Van Tate.
Welcome to the Sports Desk. New Mexico United is now 3 days away from their quote-unquote first home match of the year, even though they play at Colorado Springs, but it will be their first match this season with United fans in attendance. And as Coach Lassane said in the team's weekly press conference today, this squad is coming in with some juice, as they not only get to play in front of New Mexico United fans, but they also have a chance to clinch a playoff spot with a victory over the Switchbacks.
Right now, every game kind of matters, you know. It always matters, but especially now with the fans there, you know, it might give us a little extra boost, but I think everyone has it clear that we have to give 100%.
Now we finally have the opportunity to play and clinch playoffs. So just like looking at it now, it is real, you know, and we're growing in confidence and you know, the end goal is in sight. And, you know, we know we're one of the best teams in the league. So it's just implementing it.
The United won their last game 2-0, but the last time out with Colorado Springs, they ended in a draw. This will mark the fourth time they have played the Switchbacks, and while strategy may change from match to match, their overall goal remains the same.
I think it would be a phenomenal thing to check the box of clinching a playoff spot, but our ultimate goal is to finish at the top of Group C, and we can only do that with a result this weekend. That
match is Saturday at 3:30 p.m. and it'll be shown on ESPN+. Now to NCAA hoops, as the Division I Council held a meeting today in regards to the upcoming basketball season, and a start date has officially been set as November 25th will be the new season tip-off for Division I men's and women's basketball, making it 15 days later than the original season start. The NCAA is reducing the maximum number of contests by 4 games, but both men and women programs can also compete in one multiple team event. This is good news, and also news that coaches across the country had a feeling would happen.
I feel good that we're going to play. I feel good there's not going to be a lot of setbacks, and yet the players got to do their job too. We got to hold them accountable to doing their job.
Under the current public health order in New Mexico, UNM and NMSU would not be able to host out-of-state teams due to multiple restrictions, but the NCAA does have a waiver process that could have the Rio Grande rivalry play out before the initial November 25th start date.
There's a lot of what-ifs out there. There's going to be a lot of proposals, a lot of ideas, which aren't a bad thing. It gets people talking about it. But in the end, we're just going to roll with what the format is and try to make the best season out of it that we can.
The NCAA didn't release too much on the tournament, but has said in the past that they plan on hosting it this year. Now to college football, as the Big Ten announced some big news today, saying that they will play in 2020, kicking off the season on the weekend of October 24th. The league unanimously voted to resume competition, citing that they have stronger confidence in the latest medical information and daily COVID testing capabilities. As of now, all 14 teams are going to participate and will attempt to play 8 games in 8 weeks. As of now, the Mountain West Conference, though, remains at a standstill after indefinitely postponing fall sports last month. Commissioner Craig Thompson released this statement today, saying that they are working daily on solutions to have a return to play for football and other programs as early as possible, which includes a plan for rapid response testing. We will keep you updated on this and Lobo Athletics. But now to the high school ranks, as today marked the first day of official practices for golf, volleyball, and cross country for APS schools. Athletes and coaches are still ordered to remain in pods with a 5-to-1 player-coach ratio. So things are definitely different than what these teams are used to, but for cross country at Albuquerque High, it's feeling more normal than ever.
I think it's great. Cross country helps a lot of people. It makes them a lot happier, I think. It makes me a lot happier. And I'm just happy it's happening. And I hope we set a good example so other sports can follow.
And I'm just hoping that we get to keep going and it doesn't get stopped right away, because we got our track season canceled. So for us runners, it's nice to be back out here.
These fall sports are slated to start on October 5th, and that'll do it for me. Until next time, good night.